Yeah, buddy.
All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Chit Chat with Jerry, Nick, and Rob, and we're just here talking about new events and catching up on old times. So, Jerry, take it away.
Well, take it away. Well, thanks a lot, Rob. Hey, everybody, how you doing? So Rob, how you been? What's been going on with you?
I've been good, man. I mean, you were talking about some interesting stuff about Obama, his second term expectations, something that happened last week in the news. Probably I'm not...
Right, before we got on the air, yeah. Well, let's get the hellos. And Nick, how are you? How have things been with you?
Introductions?
Yeah, pretty good.
Well, good. Okay, everybody. If it sounds like I have something in my mouth, what I do is a little cough droppy thingy. And no cold, whatever. Those coldest Hades, coldest, whatever out here in LA. And Nick sounds like he's in the bottom of the toilet, so don't mind that. Well,
yeah, if you hear a little plop plop fizz fizz now and then, just don't. Yeah.
What?
He's not actually in the toilet, ladies and gentlemen. He's in his living room, but he's too cheap to afford a headset for this episode, so we'll have to do our best with hearing the reverberation of his voice off the walls of his inner apartment room.
That, and he won't go near the computer, folks. But that's okay. We love him even though he's cheap.
We love him anyway. We love him.
You know,
we make the best.
Rob and I were discussed before we went on the air here, folks. This past week, in of course in politics, I know that's a dangerous issue to talk about for both people.
Yeah, some people when they hear the word
especially
politics,
among the three of us.
Yeah, some people just want to say,
"Oh, fuck it."
Exactly. Nick is the ultra conservative. No, that's the wrong thing to say. Ultra liberal. Rob, he's kind of loosey goosey, a little bit, maybe a little bit conservative.
I like that. Yeah.
I am
that's perfect.
very handsome black moderate.
Okay, yes, I see. Black moderate, an extreme liberal, and so, sounds like I'm the one on the toilet, actually.
Yeah, someone's strained in there, dude. Milk magnesia or something like that. Something like that.
But we're good friends nonetheless, despite our political views. We've had a lot of heated conversations in the past over meals at Denny's and whatnot, late hours into the night, heated debates, so on and so forth. Back in the day, Mr. Nicasio used to be quite a passionate debater, and Jerry as well.
He still is.
He still is on occasion, although some of that steam sometimes has been taken out of him, probably different issues. As we all go through life.
Puff give, something like that.
Oh, I see.
Something like that. But anyway, let's get back on topic. Let's talk.
That's another conversation. Yes.
Let's talk about Monday, the inauguration of Barack Hussein Obama in his second term as president of these here United States. My question to you and Nick, and maybe I'll chime in later. How are you guys feeling about this second term? What are your hopes, your dreams? What do you think he's going to accomplish with legislation? How do you think the Republicans are going to play ball or not? What the Democrats can do? What?
Yeah, good question. Nick, you want to take this one?
I'll let Jerry start. I want to listen for a while, because we haven't really said much of anything yet, so I'll let someone else begin.
Well, I guess that would be me then, because Jerry, right?
You posed the
question. So, you're the only one left, unless my little imaginary friend here wants to chime in. No? Okay, all right.
No. Tell your little friend to shut up.
Well,
Okay, well, Rob,
unfortunately,
what do
I
you
didn't
feel? What do
have.
you feel? I mean, how you feel about
Yeah, I
that?
mean, this is going to be pretty much free form. Because I didn't have the opportunity to watch the inaugural speech, so what I say isn't going to be directly reflective of anything that's going on recently, and it's just obviously going to be my opinion. But I mean, in spite of sounding cliche, I'm hopeful that his second term is going to be a contrast with his first term in that he's going to be able to make a lot of policy that influences or impacts long-term policy for the lower class, lower mid-class, but especially lower class. That hopefully, the problem is with these second-term presidents, they make good policy if they're Democratic. I mean, Clinton's second term, he did a lot of good in his second term that he wasn't able to do in his first term. Um, you know, for Actually, Jerry, you're gonna have to help me out, man. You're the politically minded here. But you asked me how I feel. I feel
Yeah.
hopeful. I feel hopeful, and I want to be supportive, and I am supportive. I just hope he's courageous enough, and that the people around him are courageous enough to do the things that he wanted to do in the first term but wasn't able to.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It was a big deal just getting that the medical care issue. That was a huge, or at least the media made it seem like it was such a big ordeal when really it shouldn't have been.
Right. Right. Okay, Nick, what about you?
I'm gonna withhold my opinions after I hear yours.
No, buddy, I gotta go last.
Well, I had nothing to say then.
He will though
You're,
after you talk, Jerry.
you're killing us right now. You're killing the show. Okay,
Okay,
jeez.
down goes the show then.
But anyway,
Alright.
okay. Well, let me go. Let the middle guy go. Okay. Um, I saw clips of the inauguration, even though I recorded, I didn't watch it. Um, I saw clips of it, but I most importantly listened to the pundits afterwards, see what they saw. You got the right saying it was a terrible left-leaning speech. You got the left saying yes, it was a left side speech, and I'm pretty much say it was pretty much what the American people was how the American people are feeling right now at the moment. So it's pretty much a moderate speech. It wasn't too left leaning, wasn't too right leaning. It was, I think Obama was reflecting the will of the American people at this point in time.
I really respect that about him. That one of his main priorities is to bring people together, despite their various and differing opinions. It shows that he has a good head on his shoulders. He has a good mind. He's able to critically think, and he realizes that when people are in an argument talking about, seemingly talking about one issue, they're really talking about two different things. He appreciates that, and I appreciate that about him.
Right, and there's some things on the speech I listen to, and I'm like, I'm not gonna like to say what some of those things are, but I just like, ugh, okay, but no, due to some of my religious beliefs, but I look at it, well, to each their, honestly, to each their own, and that's not me, but to each their own.
Yeah, there are some fine lines he has to walk.
There's some issues, being a moderate. There's some things I don't agree with that he said, but overall, there are things but most of it I do agree with.
So, what do you expect in the second term? Anything specific or a general sense of optimism? How are you feeling?
A general sense, it's a general quality for all Americans. There's still a fight. Um, uh, and again, being African American, um, it's a big accomplishment that this man is, you know, um, someone that looks like me, someone that is in high office, someone that broke that ultimate
Yeah,
glass ceiling.
I know.
You
Thank
know,
God.
and he done it with a second term, handily, um, and I look at it that this is great, this is wonderful, but he still is going to get ridiculed, taunted, and treated like no other president has before because he is a black man
It's
in
going
the
to, yeah.
in the
Already
Oval
has.
Office,
It already has, yeah.
and I still throw caution there, and I hope that everyone does not get their hopes up too high, even though he has the political capital right now. I hope everyone doesn't get their hopes up too high that he's able to get everything done right away and the time that he's able to do that. That they want him to do it, and it's like, people, let's get real. You know how the first 4 years went.
Fair enough.
Republic,
Yeah.
Republicans still have control of this House. They're still going to be instructionists in the
Yeah, yeah.
Senate.
He's not a miracle worker as much as
Right?
me
He's not.
might want him to be. Yeah.
Right? He's not a miracle worker. He can't do it by himself. But one thing that he does have is political pack. He does have that, and that's going to be key. He has this database of information that I think they called it Crossroads of America, something like that. They changed the name of it, and um, they have that. They have that. They If he talks to the American people and directly talks to the American people and treat everything constantly as a campaign, like he did the campaign itself, and campaign on some issues even prior to to campaign on certain issues, then you know what, things will change because members of Congress will bend to the will of the people, because there's another election in 2 years in the House and in the Senate, and you know what? That could be a bigger margin for the Democrats, and especially in the House. And so things could go back to, things could go back into working order at least.
That would be
At
amazing
least,
if we had some consistency in our leadership. I was just thinking we need to be thinking about the next presidential candidate now. It's not too early. Those 4 years is going to be up really fast. It's less than 4 years now.
right. Well, what, 4 years, 3 years and 11 months left. But 4 years go by fast. 2 years by even quicker. So
Yep.
you have to think about that. But I think some of the things he wants to tackle, but like the DOMA, the Defense of Merit Act, and things like that. Will that get done right away? I don't think so. Um, that may happen in the second half, hopefully with more of a Democratic Congress, but it won't happen right away.
Gotcha.
As far as economic woes, the other country, I'm not talking. When I talk about that, I'm talking about the people on Wall Street. Will the administration go after these people?
Yes.
Will they go after people, and give the American people the justice that they deserve?